Before we dive into the article, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to stay up to date with the latest movie news and reviews. Uh, as a lifelong fan of the X-Men, I must say that if these characters ever found themselves in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it would be absolute chaos. I mean, that in the best way possible, the X-Men might have been valuable allies in the fight against Thanos, but not all mutants possess equal abilities. The original Fox X-Men film timeline boasts a diverse range of mutant abilities, from modest enhancements in combat skills to powers that make them virtually unbeatable on any battlefield. Some of these mutants could have significantly impacted the outcome of Thanos' attacks in Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, potentially altering the course of his destructive campaign. The better video. Let's start ranking the original X-Men movie characters by how useful they would have been against Thanos. What is the danger of them? Mystique. Mystique's ability to mimic anyone's physical form, voice, height, and attire with uncanny precision makes her a formidable spy in almost any environment. Uh, However, when it comes to the formidable adversary like Thanos, even with no Infinity Stones yet in his possession, Mystique might not offer much help in that particular fight. 9. Toto's nickname accurately describes his mutant anatomy, which cursed him with superhuman agility and climbing skills, a long prehensile tongue, and the ability to spit hardening, toxic and green dew from his mouth. And, it's hard to imagine him holding his ground against an ordinary soldier from Thanos' army, and facing Thanos himself seems almost impossible. 8, 8, 8. Sabretooth. Sabretooth shares numerous powers with his well-known brother Wolverine, including extraordinary senses, agility, speed, strength, endurance, and razor-sharp claws on his fingers and fangs. However, if he were to engage in close quarters with Thanos, it's doubtful that his natural claws would inflict much damage, given that Thanos' skin was able to withstand a barrage of attacks from Iron Man's nanotech enhanced weaponry. Um, Wolverine might prove a more effective counterpart against Thanos. Similar to his half brother, Wolverine was born with exceptional agility, um, strength, and heightened senses, like a canine, along with a remarkable healing ability that allows him to recover the verge of most wounds. However, unlike Sabretooth, Wolverine can inflict substantial harm on Thanos in close combat, as his claws, reinforced with adamantium, could potentially pierce Thanos' robust skin. Um, so, Storm, uh, among the original lineup of Fox's X-Men, Storm stands out as one of the most powerful members. Her unique talent allows her to summon and command the elements, making her a formidable adversary with the ability to use wind, rain, lightning, ice, and snow as weapons. She can even glide through the sky on strong air currents. 5 big parts. And Rogue's power is potentially harmful, as she starts absorbing the life energy, memories, and mental imprints of anyone she comes into physical contact with. This ability undeniably complicates Rogue's personal life, but it could prove invaluable when facing off against Thanos. In another scenario, Rogue might possess the capability to instantly defeat Thanos by merely touching his unprotected skin. 4. Cyclops. Cyclops is a mutant whose abilities are both a gift and a burden. He can emit a destructive optical blast from his eyes that's so powerful it could supposedly pierce through a mountain. Unleashing his intense gaze, Cyclops poses a formidable danger to Thanos' troops, obliterating countless soldiers through raw kinetic strength alone. Three X-Kimes, Professor X, the head of the X-Men team and creator of Xavier's Institute for Higher Learning, Professor Charles Xavier, is a prime example of never judging a book in many other countries. And this is, though he may seem like a frail old man confined to a wheelchair, Professor X is actually one of the most formidable mutants in the X-Men universe from Fox, thanks to his extraordinary telepathic powers. Two, Magneto might not only survive but excel in a conflict against Thanos and his extraterrestrial troops. Known as an adversary to the X-Men and once an ally of Charles Xavier, Magneto is the head of the Brotherhood of Mutants, a group aiming to overthrow human rule for the superiority of mutant kind, with the ability to effortlessly manipulate any metallic object from microscopic iron and blood to colossal city-sized structures. His powers make him a formidable adversary. As one, Jean Grey, without a doubt, Jean Grey from the Fox movies stands among the most formidable mutants in history. If she were to join the MCU, she would undeniably rank as one of its strongest characters. Initially, Jean was a shy telekinetic with limited physical prowess. However, her power grew significantly, making her one of the X-Men's mightiest members and even posing a threat in her own right. Controversies unexpected to be in Beatness. It's worth noting that some of these characters might have been more effective in the fight against Thanos if they had been part of the X-Men team during the Infinity Saga. However, it's also possible that their abilities might not have been enough to stop Thanos's destructive campaign. As the saying goes, you can't have your cake and eat it too. But if you had to choose between having Wolverine's adamantium claws or Storm's elemental powers, which one would you choose?